Have you been to the Mothership yet?
Of course, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Thanks.
I got to do, I think you're on vacation. Then Adam had me do where you normally do in the middle of the week.
Oh, yeah.
The Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Mm.
So I got to do like 6 shows in that beautiful big room. Both rooms are great, you know. I like that small one for working on stuff. It's kind of like the belly.
It's very much like the small room is like a combination of the belly and the OR. It's a little bit bigger than the belly room and a little more locked in
Yeah.
the belly room. And then the big room is like a combination of the OR and the main room.
That's what I tell everybody because they go, "What's it like?" And it's like if those rooms had babies. Like they're in the middle of both those of all 3 of those rooms.
They're both perfect.
Yeah.
They're the perfect size.
You know, it's kind of funny. I think the store has started to like get a facelift because of what you've done at Mothership. Because so many comics would come back and be like, "Yo, they just give you all your sets." You know what I mean? The sound's amazing, like, because it's so state-of-the-art.
Well, there's also the screens in the green room that show you what's going on stage and the time.
You can't miss your spot.
Yeah, you can't miss your spot,
Yeah.
and there's lights everywhere.
Yeah,
To
so
let you know there's lights, and there's 2 sets of lights in the hallway, one in the beginning of the hallway, one at the top of the stairs. You always know when the guy's got the light.
yeah, so I think
And if you have any suggestions, by the way, just throw them out. We'll use them.
okay.
Half
I mean,
of the
pretty
club
happy.
is built on suggestions.
Well, you can tell, you know.
Like this, I think it was Tony's idea to have the lights in the green room. It might have been Tony's idea also to have the monitors in the green room. It was Louis' idea to lower the ceiling. It was Louis' idea to change the size of the stage in the little room and lower the ceiling in the little room too.
How big was the stage before Louis suggested the change?
It was like 4 feet more on each side.
Too big?
Yeah, it was too big. It was too big. He was right.
Yeah.
He's like, why do you have all this extra stage? You don't really, it's an intimate room. I'm like, yeah, you're right. But it was just, you know, we just kind of like walked into this empty space when it was just a movie theater. So when it was a movie theater, we had to change everything, right? So we changed the way the stairs are. So in a movie theater, the stairs slant way down at a steep angle, right? So you could all watch the big screen. We raised the floor up. So we had to build a concrete, like a rebar and concrete floor. So it's a totally different floor.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So we raised it up and then Louis wanted me to lower the ceiling even more, so I did that as well.
After the fact, when it was all said and done?
No, it wasn't all said and done. We were in the middle of everything. Luckily, we did have to recut the stage in the small room because but the concrete hadn't been poured yet. So they just had to recut the steel and put it on. But it's very interesting. It's very interesting. I've never been a part of building anything like that before.
Yeah, you could tell though, because you're a stand-up of several years, you could tell it was designed by a comedian.
It's all done with comics.
Yeah, because
Comics input, and also Richard, the architect, who was amazing.
because
Shout out to Richard Weiss.
Yeah,
He's
shout
the
out,
man.
Richard.
He's the man. He's so good. I'll have him on the podcast someday. He's a really interesting guy, and he also came up with the idea of making the tunnel.
Oh, the tunnel's awesome.
The tunnel's the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a cool hangout. The whole thing's just such. It's all just set up just for a hang. You know, just everybody feels good.
The most valuable asset to comedians, especially nowadays, is getting that footage, dude.
The footage is big.
It's,
film you, and then also it's like really high quality.
Yes, it's 8K. The sound's great. So I've been pushing for that at the store, and I think they're starting to. It's just a process, but
You also have to put people's phones in bags so they pay attention. People are so goddamn distracted, me included. It's so hard to just sit there. It's one of the things that I love about podcasts is that for 3 hours, I'm not going to see what's going on in the world. I'm locked in. I don't have to think about other things. And I'm really lucky. I think it's a form of therapy in a weird way in this bizarre, digitally sort of intertwined world. You can't escape it. I can never escape it. It's so hard to get away from emails and text messages, and it's just I cannot keep up. I have 185 unanswered text messages.
are you good about clearing them, or do you have all that red?
Who has time to clear?
I have to
things?
clear them. I have this OCD thing where I need to have a clean. I can't have red.
Okay, it's 183 unanswered texts. How? How do I do that?
Well, you're a popular guy, dude.
No. How do you keep up? You can't.
Oh,
You
it's
literally
hard.
can't keep
It's hard
up.
for you. I can keep up. I'm always
But-
surprised, like, for how busy you are and like what a figure you are. Like how quickly you respond. Still,
But I love you.
Well, thank
You're my
you.
friend.
But I have friends and people who are much lower than you in the pantheon of things who take so much longer.
Sometimes I do take long though. If I'm out doing something,
Yeah.
There's times where I'll come home and there's 60 text messages, and there's not a chance in hell that I can just bang all those out. Otherwise, I'll go insane.